Hey
Hey,
guys, we're back at it again. Back running it, doing the same old same. I'm still sick, but I'm still here. Um, Real quick, support Blue Collar Troll Co. Troll Hat Co. Good hats for the money. So what are we doing? We're doing a little bit of everything today. I'm gonna take it on over to our friend here and let him introduce himself. He's down below me. I should have went down below, not to the side there, but whatever. Please, sir.
hey, my name's bwappy. I'm just happy to be here. Just here to talk about some Magic the Gathering. Been a
Yeah.
avid player for a long time. Took a little break in about 2003, 2004, and got back in a good number of years ago. And it's
Well,
it's been a fun ride.
let me ask you this: How long? So you've been playing since the game came out, right?
Um,
Pretty much, to an extent.
yeah, like 90, 99, 98. That was like when I was really like, uh, yeah, that was when I really got into it. Just seeing it at like camps or at school and stuff.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Um, so with that being said, would you say Magic has gotten better, or has it improved or degraded a bit? Because I've been out of the card game scene a lot. Something you probably didn't know. I was huge into Yu-Gi-Oh when I was a kid, like big into it, and probably until I was probably about 13 or 14. Um, and I just couldn't afford to be into it anymore. But
Magic has reached a similar state where it kind of hit that late game capitalism kind of vibe
right,
where you see there's too many crossovers and mashups, and it kind of just like
it's diluting the brand.
yeah, yeah, for again, it's just trying to grab in the wrong consumers. It's trying to grab anybody that's looking to grab like these special novelty cards that aren't really they're never going to see the light of day. They're never going to touch a playmat. And
It's it's kind of pulled away from the actual play of the game into more of the collector's side of things. Try to appeal to everyone and you appeal to no one type of deal.
yeah, that's kind of what's happened with Magic recently. Um,
Uh,
the CFO they stepped down and they ended up working at Funko.
mm,
I think they got like a high paying job up there, which is makes sense. I mean, they were doing so many mashups. They got there's some cool stuff that comes out, but it's few and far in between. And there's like I don't know, a good example is like the Hatsune Miku cards. They they were up for maybe like 10 seconds before they all got sold out.
right. And those will never be played cards. People are just buying those to hold on to them.
Yeah.
Resale market, you
Yeah,
know.
absolutely.
Well, kind of like the big phenomenon that I've seen hitting lately with graded video games, that sort of thing. People go and buy an open video game and just hold on to it forever.
Yeah,
They can,
for what purpose?
yeah, you buy something to do something with it, not just to stare at it.
Mhm.
I mean,
I understand like there's collectibles and people and there are collectors and there's players. That's like a divide, um but just creating that sensationalization and creating that um creating like a I wouldn't know how to explain it. Kind of just like an artificial like an artificial shortage on these cards and
right. It just kind of it's trying to build a market where
yeah.
there is none.
And like I understand it's a business and at the end of the day, but it's gotten so predatory.
Yeah, I'll admit I'm guilty of doing it myself. I when they had a Bad Dragon, the company, they had these collector playing cards, right? I bought like 4 or 5 sets because they were like $5 a piece, and I put a bunch of them away for
Yeah,
just
but
safekeeping.
that's fun and that's fun and that's like that's like a tongue in cheek, and there's no bad dragon tournaments every month. That's
Not yet. Maybe I'll start that.
start doing bad dragon tourneys.
Bad Dragon Poker Tournament.
But
Maybe
there's
that's a
no
poker game I could actually win.
That's why I've sorry, I'm just peeping the Stellar Blade too. This is
No, you're good.
bad bitch.
Mike's always got the best gaming content for this stuff.
What else?
Definitely increases audience engagement, I think.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I hope.
Also, the,
Oh, you're good, bro. Yeah, the only reason you can't hear Mike, guys, is he's got his computer set next to his audio setup, so it would get kind of noisy. And he just wanted to make sure the video wasn't too noisy and like stuff.
got the jet engine set up. That's fine.
Sounds like an F-16 taking off.
And it's like getting solid frames on Stellar Blade. I can tell.
I mean, I can't deny his PC setup is surprisingly good.
Powerful, yeah.
We may actually roll this into a Riley's Radio episode just for fun.
I'm down for that. Even make shorts.
Yeah, we might clip some of it, maybe. But you know me, I like to say I'm the king of content. I am certainly not.
There's no.
But I do my best.
You don't got to be king. There's no kings, right? We had that no kings march recently. We got to start marching no kings again.
Yeah, I can't be king.
Yeah.
But you play any other card games? Anything you're super into besides Magic?
Not really. I played Hearthstone for a good minute. It's kind of similar story to Yu-Gi-Oh, except
Right.
Hearthstone it became a really expensive free-to-play game where you're just forced to buy packs, forced to get legendaries, and Yu-Gi-Oh followed that same sense where it was. Sorry.
No, you could.
It was Yu-Gi-Oh was just like a 6-month cycle because they had their ban lists every 6 months, similar to Magic. So Magic is kind of like following in Yu-Gi-Oh's footsteps in the wrong way. Where 6 months, your card goes from 3 to 1, or 6 months later it gets either banned or just reprinted in common in a new pack, which I'm all for. Which I think is fine getting reprints, but just forcing people to to cough up the dough is.
Yeah, it's not the way you want to do business.
That's why I'm all for proxies.
Yeah, no, I get that. It's like, I've been in the gaming scene, not super deep for tabletop, but I knew guys. I had buddies that were collecting like rare dice and spending like $500-600 a die on just say they got it, and it's like it's a piece of plastic, guys. It's cool, sure, but like
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of money to drop on a die. When the same dice of the same type does literally the same thing, but
yeah, it's all for show. But I see that as like an investment. If you're gonna have that dice, you're gonna keep it forever. That's cool. You got disposable dice, like shit you're gonna toss in the street or something or whatever. But like it's like golfing. You can go out there and smack anything with a couple sticks too. But like those are your golf clubs. Those are your. I don't play golf. I don't play sports. I play Magic.
Fair enough. I was never any good at golf. I tried it once. Just, not my type of sport.
Yeah.
I might go to the batting cages every once in a while or do something like that, but I can't. I can't golf. Too slow for me.
Yeah, I feel you.
Doesn't help that I'm usually the one time I did it, I was shit faced by the time I hit the second hole.
Damn.
Certainly made it more interesting, but got to curb the day drinking. At least
I
to
feel
an
you. It's the only
extent.
time. It's the only time to drink.
I mean, I do that on the weekends, but you know, I mean, I invented I invented the Gringo Mojito. Have you seen that video?
Mhm.
So it's really simple. You get a glass, you half fill it with like Mountain Dew or whatever and some ice, and then throw in some Ice 101 50% wintergreen schnapps, stir it up. It's kind of a mojito.
We'll try that then.
Dude, it's strong though. That stuff creeps up on you. But it's cheap. You get a bottle of that for like $14.
Okay. Yo, Jack, you want to save this clip right here and keep anything from. Yeah, you can save that clip. We talked about Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh. You can and Hearthstone. We can